Namaste, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Today is September 27th, year 2025. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me this early morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. Actually, again, I'm very early riser, so this is not that early for me. I woke up like 5 o'clock. It's my norm. Okay, sometimes earlier if I had. Even though I didn't have to work that day, it's just my rhythm, sometimes earlier. So today's practice, I will just read a story. This is a book called Tattoos on the Heart. Tattoos on the Heart. It's by Gregory Boyle. He's still here in California doing all amazing things in the church. He's a pastor, but he built this. He's really taking care of not homeless people, the gangsters, like somewhere in California. There is a big population. I guess that city is like not just one gangster, not just 10. It's tons of gangsters, like, and they're fighting each other and shooting and everything. And he was the one really amazing pastor to start, just really turn his church into a place that gangsters welcome them, and to hopefully to change like one by one. Hopefully, I'm sure some of them get changed, but then as tragedy still happen, they get shot. But anyways, he has this play been like over 30 years in the church, and then gradually he has some factory bakeries, and then some things going on, so that to hire those gangster members, and to change one life at a time. So anyways, this is a book from him. It's actually a really nice book, a lot of stories inside too. So I'll share the story with you, and I will share toward the end of Shavasana course post. I will read some inspiring. I think this passage is from interviews. It's from Wendell Berry too, and then also a short poem from Wendell Berry's, and which I believe I have shared this before. So anyways, let's get settled. It's all about this book is so much about compassion. The Buddhism teaching compassion. I'm sure, like, Jesus, Bible teaching a lot of compassion. I don't read Bibles, but hopefully someday I'll start reading, just to get some more ideas about compassion. I did go to Catholic church, Christian high school, Wesley Girls High School. So got something loving, so really nice. So anyways, let's get settled in. Bring a little compassion to yourself first. It's all about working on ourselves, our trauma, our own, offer ourselves compassion, so we know what it's like when you have that compassion, that sense of compassion that lights like penetrates through your beings, and then we can offer that sense of compassion, kinship. Okay, let's settle in. Just a moment to pause, to breathe. Nothing greatness need to happen or disappear. It's all about right here, right now, and living through each in-breath and out-breath. My friends, ground your sit bone, find your sit bone, root down. Feel that when you sit, and that sense of groundedness here, right now. Sit bone connecting to the earth. You can rock side by side. Maybe you're sitting on a bolster. Right now I'm sitting on a bolster. Maybe sitting on the carpet or yoga mats, and just rock side by side. Feel the textures, what's behind, underneath you, that texture, and maybe softness, and maybe you feel the patterns, and then just noticing. And how thick is it, your cushions or your bolsters or your yoga mats, and just kind of sense and feel and ground yourself right here, right now. Sitting nice and comfortable. And take a nice exhalation out. Begin to follow your breath. And moment, just by moment of breath in and out. And just take a few breaths. So what does compassion mean to you? And just can kind of like contemplate, what's compassion? We say compassion all the time. What exactly is compassion? How do I explain compassion to someone, maybe a kid? What does that mean? What's compassion? And how can we interpret compassion? And maybe through our language, through our gestures, through our words and our actions. And how does that feel? And maybe you can use 5 senses to feel that compassion too. So very open for you to just take a moment to think, what's compassion? I really think, what is compassion if I need to deliver this message to someone really don't know, in a way that they might know. Say a little kid, what's compassion? Or a troubled teenager, what's compassion? I don't care. So I'll be quiet for the next few moments. What is compassion to you? In your own language, how would you develop this sense of compassion? How do you feel too? Have you ever experienced a compassion that people offer for you, and you feel, that sense of compassion people offer to you, or you offer to people recently? And when was it? And how did that feel? It's okay, just open questions. If you didn't feel like, I don't remember any compassion like people offered me the pat recently, it's okay. It's just open to compassion. How can we offer that compassion? In any teaching, maybe you've been reading Bibles, or maybe you have other teaching, Buddhism teaching, you read any sort of books, any sort of teachings, like what does it say about compassion? Maybe from your family, like school. What's compassion? So again, it's just like, let's just ponder this compassion. Have you said compassion recently? The word compassion, and why did it come out from your mouth? If you have ever said it recently, maybe this week, last week. So my friends, just keep breathing, thinking about just compassion, and then begin to offer that compassion. Like, have you been criticized yourself recently for one little thing or big thing that you feel like, I should have done better. I should have done this, and instead of that. And can we offer a sense of compassion now? Just bring compassion to yourself. Maybe you've been tired, running around for family, for job. And take a pause here as we spend our time together as a community, and let's offer that sense of compassion to ourselves first. And then through breath, through your in-breath, drawing that sense of compassion from all of us right here gathered together. Noticing that we are a community. If you are well and I'm well and you are well. So care for each other, compassion. Let's breathing together through in-breath. Feel that sense of compassion that you care for me, you wish me well. And exhale, I wish you well. So inhale, thank you. Enjoying the good wishes from people, like right here, right now, breathing together, we wish you well. And exhale, you do the same thing for the rest of us. So just keep breathing like this, enjoying the good wishes and compassion from people. Get in touch and then feel the heart space warm up. How does compassion feel for you? Maybe it's a form of light, and even light could be different color. Maybe it's like energy or vibration, picture, whatever that is. And exhale, offer the same to people right here, right now. Inhale compassion from us. Exhale compassion to us, to people right here surrounding you. So keep drawing in and out, and as you are breathing compassion and offer compassion, now I'm beginning to read this story. Not just story, it's just part of this book. It's about compassion too. This chapter is about compassion. So begin to read, my friends. Compassion. Pima Chodron, an ordained Buddhist monk, writes of compassion and suggests that its truest measure lies not in our service of those on the margins, but in our willingness to see ourselves in kinship with them. So it's a lot easier to wish you will, maybe donate something, but stand with them. To me, it really makes sense. Stand with them. That is another story. In 1987, Dolores Mission Church declared itself a sanctuary church for the undocumented after passage of the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986. Soon, recently arrived undocumented men from Mexico and Central America would sleep each night in the church, and women and children in the convent. Attention followed, and lots of it. The media swarmed the place in these early days. As almost always happens, attention begets a position. I used to dread clearing the parish's answering machine during this period. It always had a handful of hate messages and vague and not so vague death threats. Once, while I turned the corner in front of the church, heading to a CEB meeting in the projects, I'm startled by letters spray painted crudely across the front steps. Wetback Church. The chill of it momentarily stops me. In an instant, you begin to doubt and question the price of things. I acknowledge how much better everything is when there is no cost, and how I prefer being hoisted on shoulders in acclaim to the disdain of anonymous spray cans. I arrived at the meeting and tell the gathered women about our hostile visitor during the night. I guess I'll get one of the homies to clean it up later. Peter Saldana, a normally quiet member of the group, takes charge. You will not clean that up. Now, I was new at the parish and my Spanish was spotty. I understood the words she spoke, but had difficulty circling in on the sense of it. You will not clean this up. If there are people in our community who are disparaged, and hated and left out because they are mollados, like means way back in Spanish, mollados. Then she poises herself on the edge of the couch, practically ready to leap to her feet. Then we shall be proud to call ourselves a wetback church. These women didn't just want to serve the less fortunate. They were anchored in some profound oneness with them and become them. That you may be one as the Father and I are one. Jesus and Petro are on the same page here. They chose a oneness in kinship and a willingness to live in others' hearts. Jesus was not a man for others. He was one with others. There is a word of difference in that. Jesus didn't seek the rights of lepers. He touched the leper even before he got around to curing him. He didn't champion the cause of the outcast. He was the outcast. He didn't fight for improved conditions for the prisoners. He simply said, I was in prison. The strategy of Jesus is not centered in taking the right stand on issues, but rather in standing in the right place with the outcasts and those relegated to the margins. Once the homeless began to sleep in the church at night, there was always the faintest evidence that they had. Come Sunday morning, we'd frou-frou the place as best as we could. We would sprinkle and lop my carpet on the rocks and vacuum like crazy. With a strategically placed potpourri and airwick around the church to combat this lingering, pervasive reminder that nearly 50 and later up to the 100 men had spent the night here. About the only time we used incense at Dolores Mission was on Sunday morning before the 7:30 a.m. Mass crowd will arrive. Still, try as we might, the smell remains. The grumbling settled in, and people spoke of churching elsewhere. It was at about this time that a man drove by the church and stopped to talk to me. He was a Latino in a nice car and had arrived at some comfortable life and living. He knew I was the pastor. He waxed nostalgic about having grown up in the projects and pointed to the church and said he had been baptized and made his first communion there. Then he takes in the scene all around him. Gang members gathered by the bell tower, homeless men and women being fed in great numbers in their parking lots, folks around for the AA and NA meetings and the ESL classes. It's a who's who of everybody who was nobody. Gang members, drug addicts, homeless, undocumented. This man sees all this and shakes his head, determined and disgusted, as if to say, Tsa, tusk, tusk. You know, he says, this used to be a church. I mount my high horse and say, you know, most people around here think it's finally a church. Then I ride off into the sunset. Roll credits. The smell was never overwhelming, just undeniable there. The Jesuits figure that if we cannot fix it, then we'll feature it. So we determined to address the discontent in our homies on Sunday. Homies were often dialogic in those days. So one day I began with, what's the church smell like? People are mortified. Eye contact ceases. Women are searching inside their purses for they know not what. Come on now, I throw back at them. What's the church smell like? Huele patas, smell like feet. Don Rafael booms out. He was old and never cared what people thought. Excellent, but why does it smell like feet? "'Cause many homeless men slept here last night," says a woman. "Well, why do we let that happen here?" "Es nuestro compromiso. It's what we've committed to do," says another. "Well, why would not anyone commit to do that?" "Porque es lo que haría Jesús. It's what Jesus would do." "Well then, what's the church smell like now?" A man stands and bellows, Huele a nuestro compromiso. It smells like commitment." The place cheers. Guadalupe waves her arms wildly. "Huele a Rosas. Smells like roses." The packed church roars with laughter and a newfound kinship that embrace someone else older as their own. The thing in the church hadn't changed, only how the folks saw it. The people at Dolores Mission had come to embody Wendell Berry's injunctions. You have to be able to imagine lives that are not yours. You have to be able to imagine lives that are not yours. This like walking like in people's shoes, right? This is actually, I think it's really tough. Like you try to understand, we don't really understand. We can try to feel and like imagine as much as we can. So Wendell Berry, I will read something about like about her his interview, some things he say, and also point from him during the Shavasana course post. Scripture scholars contend that the original language of the Beatitudes should not be rendered as "blessed are the single-hearted," or "blessed are the peacemakers," or "blessed are those who struggle for justice." Greater precision in translation would say, "You are in the right place if ... you are single-hearted or work for peace." The Beatitudes is not a spirituality. After all, it's a geography. It tells us where to stand. Okay, I'll take a pause here. So this story really saying that be with them, that they really embrace, be with them. So that they shift their perspective, their thoughts. They're not like now as like what's the smell? It smells like roses. Like it smell like what Jesus would do. Back to compassion again. I'll finish this. Compassion isn't just about feeling the pain of others. It's about bringing them in towards yourself. If we love what God loves, then compassion margins get erased. Be compassionate as God is compassionate means the dismantling of barriers that exclude. In scripture, Jesus is in a house so packed that no one can come through the door anymore. So the people open the roof and lower this paralytic down through it, so Jesus can heal him. The focus of the story is understandable, the healing of the paralytic. But there is something more significant than that happening here. They are ripping the roof off the place, and those outside are being let in. The point is really accept people that is like we think they're different. So I think it's still in this society still like a lot of this discrimination still happening, and you should go back there, or whatever that is. Like, can we offer more compassion to this world, more understanding? So I'm just sharing this with you and open up to, like, after this class, if you have the chance, you teach your grandkids or offer something for maybe your teacher, and then more compassion. Like I when I was working my part-time job, I know all this, I know a lot of compassion, but when I like looking at the step, one step, yelling, can I offer more compassion? It's a practice, so not. And then sometimes it's easy, like some days you feel like, oh, I listen to all the kids, and just feel like brain in that moment, it's like really like you're with them, not just walk there, you're with them. But a lot of time it's chaotic and you'll be, oh my gosh, overwhelmed. So we need to work on ourselves first. That's all, like, compassion for ourselves, and then gradually reaching more. And a lot of time practicing, that's why we gather together, because like when we are in the community, and then we can like can be reminded that sense of compassion too. Okay, my friends, you can, if your eyes closed, you can bling bling bling. Compassion. So this yoga practice, I spend a lot of times like reading, and I said, let's remind us one more time to bring compassion to our family, ourselves, family, friends, and gradually reaching out, and not just talk about compassion. How can we be with them, and then really in their shoes, and knowing that how to offer more, and through our practice, willingness to practice. Okay, I'll come back to my yoga mat. I'll meet you there. By the way, I wear this t-shirt in case my teacher sent me 3 t-shirts. Actually, my cousin, anyways, my cousin, my nephew, mailed it for me. So this 观自在 also means 观音 Bodhisattva. So listening all the cries with compassion. So rest your hands to heart space. Let's live today with our compassion. You can practice compassion anytime, anywhere. If you get annoyed when you're in the traffic, and let's offer some compassion to people like you are waiting, or like if you hear something pass by and maybe an ambulance, and can offer compassion. Hopefully everything went well and all that stuff. So let's rest your hands. Set our intention. How can I live with compassion, and like really truly not just talk, but really how can I today open up for more compassion through your understanding, or your try to understand more. That's collective intention. As always, if you have your own intention, you're welcome to say your intention for the practice. And begin to rub our palms like really compassionately. Gather the energy, heat, vibrations, oneness, compassion. You feel the heat yet? And then cover your eyes. Drawing, breathing compassion, and breathing out compassion. And massage your eyeballs towards your temple. Soft, soft, soft. Compassion for the eyes. Your eyes, my eyes, thank you for the eyesight. I get to see. And you work hard. My eyes, you work so hard. You blink so much a day. You are the open your windows to my soul. And earlobes, pulling down your earlobe. You can massage your earlobes and pull down, massage and pull down. Thank you, ears, for offering the sense of hearing. So I can hear all the beautiful melody sounds and surrounding me, and I can hopefully offer more of that compassion outward through hearing, hearing all the cries. You can top of your ears, circle your ears, or open and close. You can use your smart, using your hands with your flexibility to open and close, up and down, and your ears. Stretch your ears out. Listen more, like elephant, big ears. Listen, like really deep listening. A lot of time, people, your friends come to you, or your kids, your grandkids. A lot of time they just need a pair of ears to listen. To offer our presence, ears. Now massage your nose. Thank you, nose. I get to smell the fragrance and the smell of church, full of compassion. It will become like a smell. If we don't define a smell, like constantly thinking, oh, it smells so bad, it smells bad, so bad. It could be like roses in this story. Thank you, nose. I get to smell, and then gently touch your lips, around your lips. You can gently touch your lips. And then around your mouth, that's our mouth, we get to open, say something, and eat, taste the word. And of course your fingers, your sensations, touch by touch. So like come to just your forehead, maybe your cheeks, the top of your head, side of your head, your neck. Just feel a sense of touch softly. And that aliveness right here, again, your throat too. And rest your hands now. Just take a few breaths. Can you smell anything here? Smell, maybe you really smell some fragrance around you on your morning, maybe you brew coffee, or you just had breakfast, or you can sense and smell the stillness or compassion. Now begin to interlace your hands, extend your palms, reaching forward and lifting up to the sky. In breath. Exhale, release your right hand, sweep your left hand toward the right. Inhaling, interlace your hands, reach your interlock up to the sky. Exhale to the other side. 2 more on each side. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. So when you're gonna turn to the left side, right, and instead of let your right hip come up, ground your right hip even deeper. One more time each side. And coming back, cat and cow, exhale to cat. Inhale, rock forward to cow. Open cow. Exhale, cat. rounds. Finish this round and perhaps add one more. Coming back up, just circle, not circle, just turn your nose, point to one side with the exhalation, and then point forward with the in-breath, and to the other side, exhale. Aware of the surrounding, like take it all in. One more time each side. And then gazing up and down, exhale. Dipping your chin, open your throat. You listen to the oceanic breathing, you ujjayi breath, like some engage the base of your throat, your trachea, so you have that sound. One more time. And coming back up, let's bring our left foot up, ankle, circle. Right now I'm using my big thumbs to massage each toe, space between the toes. Compassion. The feet, pay attention to the toes. The ball of your foot, the arch, the heel, the ankle, the top of your foot, massage it. And thank you for standing strong and tall for me. Now take your legs forward, pause there, come to nice and tall. You can use the strap, you can use both hands, let your sit bone root down. Feel that you can lifting open your heart forward. Shoulder can relax, especially this side of your shoulder, the legs that's up, your right foot and your right shoulder sometimes tend to come up like this. So relax down, root down your sit bone, right sit bone a little deeper. Bend your knees now to move your legs like rolling, circling forward, your shins, your hip, and backward, forward and backward. Now rock side by side. Coming to extend your right leg, bring your left foot in, slide your right finger towards your ankle, open your top shoulder, left shoulder, roll back. Slide your right finger towards your ankle. Now your top shoulder roll back, extend your top hands up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, sweep over towards your right foot. Touch your toes. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. One more time, inhaling. And exhale. This time we pause. You can bring your right hands, palms inward to touch your foot, your right foot. Or you stay finger in this pinky on the earth. You can gazing up, or maybe you can slide your head poking through your armpit, whatever feels right. Breathe in with the compassion for all limitations. And take your time to turn your body facing forward to your right leg. Pause here. Move down your right heels, inner heel down, and then we breathe. Take your time, slowly come out of this pose. Bring your feet together, butterfly, flying up and down. Let's walk on the other side. So now you can take your right foot in and pick up your left ankle. How does this feel, this part? Over that sense, okay, if you feel any sensations and no, not like I dislike this, how is it rusty or whatever, and over the compassion. Now extend your left leg forward, sitting nice and tall, nice and strong, nice and confident, nice and alert. Pause here for a few breaths. Connecting with your breath. That brings us to here and now. Now bend your left knees. Roll, roll, roll forward and backward. How do you feel about your head? And rock. Hold on to the baby. Hold on to your kids. Extend your left leg straight forward, bring your left foot into your thighs, slide your left, wake up your toes, the left toes, spreading wide, dig the heels down. Slide your left pinky down, roll your top shoulder, open up. Now extend your right hand up, inhale fully, exhale, sweep over to the left side, touch your toes, the back of your foot. 2 more rounds at this, gazing up, inhale. So big, so wide, no limitation. Exhale, touch with the embody your senses. And then we pause here. You can stay here. And maybe gazing up, maybe your head poking through top of arms and gazing up. Adjust your bottom hands any way you feel is more comfortable, like available for your practice. And feel the nice elongation of your right side of your body, organs, muscles, fascias and tissues, and bones, and ribs. More space. Yoga is not stretch the muscles, it's stretch our minds a lot. Finding more space and freedom within us. One more breath in here. And slowly facing to your left leg. Sitting nice and tall first, and slowly from hip joint bow forward. So my friends, you have yoga strap, you can use your yoga strap, or you can just reach in your hands forward, maybe on your shin, next to your shin or ankle. Pause here, we breathe. Bring your front inner heel downward, root down to the earth, and see how that feels on your left hip. How does that adjust your left hip? Each inhalation is a breathing compassion, knowing a lot of people care for you. Each exhalation, we breathing out our compassion, overall compassion. I mean, again, it's easy to say, but it's all like that's practicing from here and now, but by the thoughts and then gradually more actions. And it's a good time, come out of this pose. Come back to butterfly again, flying. From butterfly, we can ground our feet, knees side by side. Come to all fours, hands and knee, cats and cow. We love our cats and cow. Spreading your 10 beautiful fingers nice and wide and grounded. Right here, right now, knees hip width apart. So drop the soften defend the belly like cow. Show up the big belly. And exhale, rounding your back. It's season of fall. Probably you went shopping already. If you've seen a lot of decoration, you will see the black cat, right? One of them might be black cat. Halloween season. Fall season. Listen to your breath that's calling your attention. Right here, come back here, right now. One more cat and cow, or two. And coming back to neutral, rock forward and back now. Forward and back. Sit back to child's pose, rock forward, like neutral. What is there? And exhale back to child's pose. How can I offer? What can I participate in my life? And get ready to come back to child's pose. Circle your wrist here. And then we rise up to down dog. So fine, you make your way up to down dog. Pushing 10 fingertips down and stay grounded. Slowly lift your kneecap. Don't go too fast. You can go slower and slower. Raise your hip up and up and up. Let your heel descend. Relax into the presence, earth. Soften your elbows. Feel the spreading of your upper back. Spreading out. Now send your gaze forward between your thumbs. And we move forward. Walk the talk. Easy to talk. And root down strongly, rise up with the next in-breath. Expanding your arms, reaching out and up to the sky. And interlace your hands, flow up, pushing up to the sky. Exhale, find your chair pose. So inhale, palms forward and up, pushing up, up, up. Your heel can flow up the earth. Exhale, chair. So one more round like this. From chair pose, turn above your navel area, turn and twist into the left side. So your right elbow is maybe resting on your left thigh. And mindfully push into your left foot lock, step your right leg back. So ground your right, pivot your right heels in, like warrior one legs, but with a twist. Hands will be on the earth, one hand on the earth or block, or the other hand on the thigh, like this. And you're coming back, open your hands up. Lifting your hands up to the sky, adjust your warrior one. Come to warrior one with grace, with courage, with a heart full of compassion and openness and softness. Spin your back heels up, come to high lunge or low lunge, your choice. Now rest both hands next to your left foot, lizard pose. low laser, knees down, or high laser. You can walk your legs. Right now I'm creating more space for my laser, longer laser, so I might wiggle my toes, bring my foot a little closer to the back of my yoga mat, back edge of my yoga mat. And we can get some movement, funky laser, moving, rocking side by side, forward and back. You can do some shape, write some letter or numbers with this laser body, laser leg, laser sense. Take your time to come to stillness. Let your right knees come down. Turn your left toes outward, twisting laser, and we breathe. You can place the left hand on your left inner thigh. Give you a gentle pushing down and open a little more. Maybe not, so your choice. Gazing up. Will you have any compassion for laser? A lot of people don't care when the deer get hit by the car. Why is that? Open question. Turn your toes forward now. Take your left hand next to your left foot, right hand on right side, left hand on the left side. Draw your hip back, right hip towards your right heels, and keep your spine long. You can see if you can move your hands forward a little more. Rest your shoulder, half split, or the Hanunamasana. Reground your front foot. Rest your hands down. Tuck your back toes. We come back to downward facing dog. Exhale. From down dog, come to plank with your in-breath. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana with out-breath. Inhale, Cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, take a pause in child's pose. You can choose puppy pose, forearm down, hip up. That will be puppy pose. Puppy on Saturday morning, stretching, release, resting, yawning. And come back, wherever you are, come back to downward facing dog. We exhale. You can walk your dog, you can stay still. Wake up, four limbs, energize four limbs. 2 hands, 2 legs for human beings. Send your drishti between your thumbs. Do you notice that one thumb might moving a little further away? Why? And then maybe you can adjust your hands more level and make your way forward. Each foot that goes slow to touch the kissing the earth, like Tinahas ties. Say like each step is a kiss to the earth. Over the kiss. And we rise up. Just like we did earlier. Rise up, inhale, reaching, interlace your hands. Heel come off. And then exhale, find your Uttasana chair pose. Hands back to your heart, touch with them. Gather the compassion. And we offer, inhale, reaching up. Exhale. One more time. Stay in chair pose. Hips neutral. And we turn to the left side. Skillful adaptation. If your elbow reaching towards your right side, you don't need to touch. Maybe this side of the body, you might feel one hand on the earth might be better. Whatever you feel right. With mindfulness, push into your right foot, step your left foot back. Pivot your left heels and ground your left heels like a warrior, one legs, but with a twist. Wake up your back leg. And coming back, extend both hands up to the sky, Virabhadrasana 1. Go ahead to adjust your legs. When I say like you adjust the legs, just make yourself feel like you are standing strong. You're able to roll down, not like little unbalance, maybe or little awkward position. So adjust again. Turn your left heels up, come to your high lunge. And then find your lizard pose. Low lizard or high lizard. And maybe it becomes lizard stillness, like very concentrates, or your lizard just playfulness. Silly lizard. And now let your left knees come down, turn your front toes outward, twisting lizard. Gazing up, see the wonders above and beyond. Spin your front toes forward. Keep your hip neutral upon your hip split. Left hip towards your left heels. You can reaching forward with your fingers. And we breathe. Long neck, long spine. Draw your hip back and breathe. Bring your hands next to your foot, your front foot. Make your way to down dog. We exhale. Down dog. Playful dog. Or maybe your dog is a yapping, energetic. Maybe just very chill and loyal. Royal. Come to stillness. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga, Dandasana. Bhujangasana, Cobra with the next Cobra or up dog. Buddha Shivanasana. And then transition slowly back to down, child's pose or puppy pose. Balasana. If you're in child's pose, Balasana or puppy pose, we'll get ready to come up to down dog. And you can take a drink. How about let's all take a drink and we meet in down dog. When you're ready, down dog. From your dog, walk your hands to the center, walk your feet forward, and slowly rise up. Good morning! Good morning! Rise up, both hands up to the sky, fingertips up. Exhale, relax down, bend your knees. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Inhale. Radiating outward and exhale back here and grounded. Let's do 3 to 4 more rounds. Drinking in the compassion. Let your compassion, sense of compassion, offer, flow out. through your beans. And then get ready to shake out your fingers and your legs, shake it out. Or your shoulder, turn the twisting side to side. We get ready to come to wide-legged. Wide leg, turn your toes and heels up or outward. Open, extend your arms out. Exhale, goddess pose. Like 5-star. Inhaling. Exhale. Let's bring our palms together, find a little back bend. And exhale. You bend your knees, cactus arms. Do one more time like this, let's pause. Pause here, goddess pose. Move your head side by side, gazing up and down. And slowly come up, extend your legs, turn both toes forward. Rest your hands on your hip, adjust your hip, level your hip, swing your hip back and back and back. Your head long. Your neck's long, spine super long. And then lower your head down now. Knees, your hands on the earth. Shift one knee, bend one knee, stretch one leg. Skandasana, inhale back. Lower your head down, both legs long. Exhale, the other knee bend. Kind of like a spider. Feel inner groin, feel the hip, feel whatever you are feeling. And if you feel any discomfort, hopefully not, any parts, and just remind us to offer compassion instead of, why, right? And we do the other side. So for me, I already did 3 times each side. So and then come out this pose, relax your head down. Can turn your fingertips back, walk your hands, travel through your feet. So walk your fingertips back, lower your head down. Take your time to bring your fingertips forward, on your fingertips gazing forward. Hey, my friends, and exhale here. Hands on your hip, pushing your feet down, and then rise up with a nice in breath. And stay here for exhalation. Now, turning to your right heels, pivot your right heels out. So bring yourself to warrior 2. Warrior 2, front heel, facing back, arch. That's the most common teaching. But it could be front heel facing back heel. We all different. So adjust your legs. So rest your hands to heart space. Bend your right knees. Without knees buckling, wake up your neck thigh strength. The hips neutral. Shoulders relax. Rest your hands back to heart. Touch within. And then we have sense opening. Extend your arms reaching out. So reaching out to receive, also give. And turn to look over to your right hands, concentration. Right index finger, middle finger. Peaceful warrior. Left hand down, right hand palms up and over your head and shining down. Shanti Vajrasana. Back to warrior 2. Extend the side angle, right arm on your thigh, left hand up and over. Like you can picture your top hand, left fingers and your top arms and shoulder, and then side of your body, hips and legs and ankle. So one clean cut energy line, diagonal line. Have like really long. And coming back to warrior two, steady gaze. And stretch your front leg, slide your left hip, reaching right hand forward, reaching to the right, and then so back up. Inhale, left hip slide to the left, right hand, reaching, and then so come to upright. One more time. Next time you're reaching forward, with the exhalation, slide your right hand on your thigh first. Extend your top hand up to the sky. And gradually slide your right hand down to a place that it would land without collapsing your top hip or top shoulder. So pause here, maybe on your thigh, maybe on your shins, maybe use block. True triangle Trikonasana. You can find a bind. Bend your top knees. Slide your hands into your right inner thigh, gazing up. Your bottom hand could be on the earth, or slide bottom hand on your left hip. And slowly you bend your right knees back to your warrior two. Rest your hands on your hips, turn both toes forward to rock your hips side by side, or little circular motion. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Twisting, moving. And drop again. This time we turn. Spin your left heels out, so we walk on the other side, and walking on your back leg. So come to your warrior two. Rest your hands to heart space first, and then bend your left knees. Extend your arms out, reaching out, touching, and turn to look over to your left. Index finger or middle finger or both. So it's helpful to have the vocal point to stay here and focus. Root down a little deeper, grounding a little deeper. Stay grounded, in body. Embodiments in the body. Yoga is so much about in the body, the breath, and then we bring also in the body. Peaceful warrior now. Exhale and keep breathing. Back to warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. Let your fingertips expanding, reaching, touching the side of the wall or the trees, and beyond. Narrow bend. Extended side angle. Back to warrior two. Let your left leg get long. Slide your right hip out, left hand reaching and back. Inhale and exhale. One breath, one moment. One in breath and one out breath. let your right hip slide back to the right, left hand this time find your triangle, Trikonasana. Maintain your integrity. Triangle, beautiful triangle here. Use your hands could be on just on your thigh. It doesn't have to come all the way down, and then we compensate it. This. Open, reaching, expanding. You can stay here, or you can bend your right elbow, slide in between your left inner thigh, finding a bind. You're welcome to stay here, root down your feet a little deeper, and maybe you reaching your left hand, rest your left hand on your right hip, and we breathe. When you steady, we bend your knees, come back to Virabhadrasana 2. Turn to look over to your left hand, because if left knee is bent, we turn to look over that side. And then we let that go. Rest your hands on your hip, turn both toes forward. Move your hips side by side again, or have little circle, and you can write your names, or write a little SSSZZZ, or write your names, or loved one names, or write a compassion. How about writing a compassion? Let me try it. COMPASSI with a dot O-N, compassion. So you feel like your hips like rolling, touching, you're touching different parts of your hip and groin, and then your back, your spine. Now, one more time, turn your toes forward, relax your head down. You can reach in your fingertips, peace sign, peace fingers, chopstick fingers. You can reach in, wrap around your big toes. Or your hands can just resting under your beautiful face, or on 1 or 2 blocks. Bow down. You can bend your knees. It's okay to bend your knees. Now rest your hands under your face, on your fingertips, gazing forward. Hello, hello, friends. And we let go. Relax your head down. Turn your heels and toe in. Come to your squat malasana, goddess pose. Choose what feels right for your practice. Embody your senses. What's right? Do I hover like this, or do I maybe have a sit and open my legs instead? Do I lean against the wall? My back would be supported upright, or do I just sitting on 1 or 2 blocks? So we contemplate what's best for yourself first. That's all about compassion, right? We offer what's available and right for us, right here, right now. And we take a pause here and breathe. Breathe in compassion and offer the compassion. Even though it's easier to think and offer with the thoughts, it's still like the offer. And that if you believe in energy, the thoughts, the power of thoughts is still very valuable. And of course, the best is take into actions, be with them, the kinship. Slowly let it go. If you haven't already, have a seat. Now extend your legs and massage your shin and your knees, the thighs, outer thigh, the calf and ankles, heels and arch, toes, your lower body, the legs. And we get ready to lay down on the mat. You can come through your bow pose first. You can adjust whatever bow pose. Keep your spine low. And again, it's okay to lean to wall. If I would like, I can lean against my wall, and then and I need to adjust my hair too. And one at a time, you can adjust your sit bone one at a time. time, you can extend your legs out or just stay here. Do whatever you, let's just feel just pretty nice and explore one at a time, maybe both, and explore your practice. Maybe you reach in towards your foot, one foot at a time, and then both feet, maybe big toes, maybe stay. Okay, just explore whatever you like. And hold it there and breathe. And let that go. Relax your feet, ground your feet. Before lie down, let's loosen up our legs and hip, windshield wiper. Like you can imagine that our knees like two headlights in the oceans. Like when it's dark and then the light is so important. Maybe light up the oceans, the path for people like it's floating in the boat in the ocean of life. Right, it's the compassion. And we lie down. Take your time to lie down on the mat. Once you lie down on the mat, you can hug your knees in, like you're hugging yourself. Squeeze your knees closer to you. Move your head side, your neck, your head side by side. Open your mouth, reset your vagus nerve. Yawn, you can yawn. And slowly release your feet down. Organize your back and your shoulder, your pelvis, and your legs. Let your legs standing hip width apart, like you're standing on your feet, knees facing up. Welcome your right knees. Bring your right ankle on top of your left upper knees to figure four shape or reclined pigeon. Organize your back again. Bring your hands into T arm or W arm or cactus arm. You can bend your elbows. Move your hips side by side. When you maintain this figure four shape, rock side by side. See how your bottom foot is rolling to the edge and then grounding and then roll to the other edge. And find your bottom foot. Your hands gonna reach in towards your left thigh or left shin. Come to reclined pigeons. Wake up your both 10 toes wide. Hug your knees in closer, your bottom knees closer to you. So if your hands on your thighs, either thighs or your calf, you can bring in closer to you. Feel more sensation, intensity on your right hip area. And maybe your left knees. And just do right amounts. Goldilocks zone. Not too much, not too little, not too hot, not too cold. Now let it go. Extend your bottom foot up to the sky, hands reaching up. Exhale. Hug your knees again. You can lift your chest, your sternum off the earth. Bring your shins closer to you without forcing it. Do everything with compassion. It could be like, compassion is like really, really, like every moment we can remember that compassion. And let it go, relax your head down. How nice is to release. Unruffle your top leg. Windshield wiper to the east and west. Bridge the gap. We come out this pose. Let's hug our left knees in this time and recline pigeon on this side. Bring your left ankle on top of your right knees. Extend your arm to T or W or cactus arms like 90 degrees. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees. If you have elbows a little lower, it's like W arm, right? Move your neck side by side. You can gazing up and down too. And your hands reaches through your right thighs or shin, lifting your bottom leg, your right leg up. Recline pigeon. Extend both hands and legs up to the sky, pushing your top foot up to the sky. Now you bend your knees, hug your shins or thighs. Maybe you lift your chest up, maybe bring your knees, your top knees closer to you. And breathe. Take your time, slowly release back down. Ground your bottom foot and let your neck relax your head down. Unruffle your legs. Turn, spinal turn, and side by side. Now extend your legs forward, your hands reaching up. Whole body, long expressions. Breathing from here. And you can breathe in all the way up to your fingertips and let it flow down. Imagine your breath, your air, the oxygens. The energy flow all the way down from your fingertips, your head, your neck, your torso, hips, legs, all the way down to your heels and toes. One more breath in, all the way up to your fingertips. Take your exhale all the way down like an ocean wave. Find your croissant shape. So bring both hands to the right side. You can reach in towards your elbows and both legs to the right side. You can bring your left foot on top of your right ankle. And when let go, coming into it, both hands and legs long. Hands reaching over your head, and then legs reaching down, down, down to the earth. Let's explore the other side of your crescent shape, your banana shape, croissant. So you can reach in towards your elbows to the left side, both hands to the left side. You can reach in towards your elbow. And then walk your legs to the same side. So we're not turning your body to the left like this. Or sit bones are touching, or butt cheeks touching the earth. We are feeling the length, elongation of right side. Keep a nice expression. Right side including muscle, joints, bones, intercostal muscle, ribs, your lungs, kidneys, intestines, spleen and liver. And we slowly come out this pose. Let's reach into our happy baby Ananda Balasana. Back to the innocence, back to the beginner's mind, or back to no mind and no mind. Then the happy baby pose. Happy baby leads you. Happy baby boy, happy baby girl. Stay still, or any happy, soft, gentle movement that can comfort this baby with compassion, kindness. If baby cry, does it help we yell at the baby? No, right? So we comfort the baby. Try different ways. Once you're ready, anything else you'd like to offer yourself, you go ahead to respond to your uniqueness. And whenever you feel content and you're ready to let go and relax, into the presence and just breathing. Each in-breath is feel that sense of compassion you receive. Knowing a lot of people wish you well, I wish you well. And exhale, you can release the energy, offer your compassion, your loving kindness, metta. And as I said earlier in this practice, now we end this practice from from Wendell Berry. The middle name is Erdman. So Wendell Berry is an American novelist, poet, essayist, environmental activist, cultural critic, and farmer. He's amazing. He won a lot of prizes. One of them is from Obama awarded him with the National Humanities Medal. He was one of them to receive that year. Okay, settle in, my friends. Relax here. Embody your senses. All the senses are open to receive. What is the measure of progress? It is possible to measure the progress of the last 200 or 300 years in soil erosion. We can measure it in the rate of species extinction. We can measure it in pollution, in the toxicity of the world. Toxicity. Those things like power and speed are perfectly measurable, but we need to also to raise the questions that are not quantitative. How happy are people? What do we make of all this complaining? How healthy are people? How are love and beauty faring? What do we make of all this doctoring and medication that's going on all the time at such a great expense? That's not to deny that this so-called progress has given us things that are worth having. A hot bath every night is a good thing. I affirm that it is good and wish to record my gratitude. There are the good things, but real harms also have been done. The serious question is whether you are going to become a warrior community and live by piracy, by taking what you need from other people. I think the only antidote to that is imagination. You have to develop your imagination to the point that permits sympathy to happen. You have to be able to imagine lives that are not yours, or the life of your loved ones, or the lives of your neighbors. You have to have at least enough imagination to understand that if you want the benefits of compassion, you must be compassionate. If you want forgiveness, you must be forgiving. It's a difficult business being human. I'll end this with a poem by him, Wendell Berry, The Peace of Wild Thing. After I read the poem, you can rest as long as you need it to digest all the elements. It's a long class today. When despair for the world grows in me, and I ask in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's life may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the gray heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the word and am free. Rest here, my friends, with the peace of your mind and compassion. Integrate your practice with this nice Shavasana close pose. the light and divine in me, honor and recognize the light and divine in you. I honor the entire universe that's within you. And I honor your love, light, truth, and beauty, because it's also within me. In sharing all of this, we are united. We are the same. We are one. Om Shanti, peace. Namaste.